Now I'm just worried about USC going 1-0, handle our business. I mean, I've been excited about our offensive line play, pass protection and run block, but as for right now, just can we do our job versus USC, which we can, and all that. You know what I mean?
What are your impressions of USC, particularly up front on defense?
Yeah, I mean, they're a very athletic defense, a lot of movements, a lot of stunts. They play real hard, real fast, so excited to be in the Coliseum and take them on.
And Nick, you talked about back in April, you were excited to play the new Pac-12 teams and kind of play that that style of football. And Drew made a comment on Saturday about how every game has been winning in a different style of way and winning in a different way. So, what do you think has to be the plan of attack against USC? Is it winning in a different way? How have you seen that? Do you agree with that statement?
I think the statement when he's talking about winning in a different way is kind of like adaptability. So whatever the game calls for, I mean, I'm not really sure when we get in there what's going to be strong suit. Just like the Illinois game, kind of before we were passing it so much, and then we ended up just running the ball and taking over the game. So whatever the game calls for, I think that's just been the beauty of the games that we've been playing in and close and what they've been is we've been finding different ways to win. Obviously, like you said, winning in a different style, but whatever it calls, I mean, they have a lot of different schemes, so whatever calls to win, we'll adapt to and play and win.
How do you feel like the confidence in the locker room is kind of going up with each win? Each win, you guys going so far.
Yeah, I'd say strong. Anytime you can go 1-0, I mean, that gets the guys going, gets excited. There's a lot riding on this season, of course, for everybody, but I think the reality is like it's so cool that we get to fly out to California and take on a team like that. So I think when you're able to stack these like quality wins and play against different teams like that, it does add a different component of confidence to guys being able to go out on the road and do it just like we did versus West Virginia for the first game of the season and be able to do it at home. So I think that does add another parallel of confidence to the guys for sure.
You guys weren't necessarily averaging a bunch of yards per carry last weekend, but the coaching staff stayed committed to the run. What sort of vote of confidence is that in a running game that they're going to need you to grind games out like that at different times?
Yeah, I mean, the adaptability, like I said before, I mean, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but whatever it calls on, I mean, I'm happy that we still were able to run the ball and still able to, pick up when we needed. We were able to run the ball when we needed to. And, I mean, we have two of the best backs in the nation, and Q is right up there, too. So, I mean, anytime we get the ball in our hands, something's sure to shake, even if it's in the pass game and getting them out on like a streak route or something like that on the wheel. Like, anytime we get the ball in our hands and just keep the motor going and make defenses respect the run game, it's just going to add another component, even for the offense. That could be for play-action pass game. That could be for just quick game. It kind of lets the defense know that we're still going to run the ball.
What does it do for the offensive line when one of your backs gets 5 or 6 extra yards after first contact? They keep, you give them the hole, but then they take that extra.
Yeah, and probably. I mean, we see that, like, we got to open a bigger hole and maybe take it to the house, you know what I mean? Yeah. So when especially like Nick and Fat, when they're averaging those yards after contact, it just makes us know, hey, we got to really open up some holes for these guys so they can really get loose, hit a seam and get out. But, I mean, just makes us want to block harder. I mean, these guys are taking on hits and just still powering through. They run hard, they run fast, so that just empowers us to run, to block hard, block fast.
What are some things you know about the Coliseum historically, and what excites you about playing just in that building?
Historically, to be honest with you, not a thing. I know, obviously, the history of USC. I have a lot of respect for the program, and I know that's where they play their games at. And obviously, I used to watch Reggie Bush highlights all the time. I mean, so I understand the history of the program and such like that. But as for the stadium in particular, not much, to be honest. But I'm excited to go play there on Saturday.
And Nick, James just told us he expects Anthony to be able to play on Saturday, but with him and Rucci both having a ton of experience through these first 5 games, what does it do for your confidence level in that position, regardless of who's out there?
Yeah, I mean,